I'm beginning to realize, boy, God get real pissed off when you disobey him like that. He gets extremely pissed off. Because not only did you disobey me, you took my word and conformed it into something other you like to make yourself look good and yourself feel good. And you missed the point. See, 9 times out of 10, there's things that God is trying to do that's specific to your growth. It's specific to holding your marriage together. It's specific to holding your family together. And you're trying to finesse everything because you got a good job. You got that promotion. You went out there and earned your first million. And now suddenly God can't tell you nothing without you messing it up. As a matter of fact, you can't really hear him anymore. Because you're so full of yourself, you out there just doing stuff. And you thinking that he's okay with it. You thinking that he's good with it. And I'm going to tell you, fellas, after a while, some other brother, whether he good, bad, on the forest, or nothing, and he's going to recognize something in your wife that you didn't. See, we always talk about that kind of stuff. Yeah, you know, man, she just turned on something in me, man. That's why I cheated. You know that she just turned on something in me. I'm not saying that's justified or that's right. What I'm saying is that you got to pay attention. And then when you don't pay attention, you leave all these vulnerabilities and all these open doors and stuff. And you don't know who's going to get in there. This is the reason why we keep our doors locked, people. You don't just walk up in your apartment and leave. I mean, I remember in Louisiana, everybody left their door open because everybody knew each other. We was all family. We were too big to live in one house. So we had 5, 6 houses on one block and everybody treated it like one big house. And you didn't have another town for like 80 miles, so you wasn't expecting nobody to come through there and steal nothing. So you left your keys in your car, but we don't live in a society like that no more. And you definitely never lived like that in your marriage before. That's the reason why we have security. So we can cover these things. So Samuel came down and Samuel was like, brother, what is all this? What is all this you doing, man? He said, well, check this out, man. He started telling, he said, now look, well, hold on. Hold. Pause. God sent me down here to anoint you king. You know what that means? If God sent me down here to anoint you king, it means that your directions come from him. And that if he wants you to do something, this is what he wants you to do, brother. He say obedience is much better than sacrifice. There's not a number of rams and fine items and anything that you can give over to God to cover the fact that you just needed to obey what he said do. Now, think about this, gentlemen. When you are out there talking to your woman and telling her all the different things that you want to do for her, you better pay attention at what she really needs. You better be ready to obey what she really needs. Because after a while, all that finesse and all of that glamour and glitz is going to go away. And she's going to be left. You know, we say we lonely. How do you be lonely in a marriage? Because y'all not obedient to the vow. You're not being obedient to the perfect will of God for your marriage. You don't know the purpose of your union. That's how you get lonely in a marriage. Because there's no fulfillment in it. Once you had sex, had a couple kids, what else is there? Get absorbed in your career? Go travel a lot? There's not an amount of traveling you can do. That's why you always got to go do that. You got to always travel. You got to always be taking us somewhere. You got to always be doing something. Because you're trying to fill a void that you just feel like you didn't feel. Hey, that just wasn't what it was. To me, I feel like this is better. I know what men want. I know what women want. Do you know what God wants? Do you? Because at the end of the day, he the one set this thing up. So that's 3 examples. There's more. But that's 3 examples. Don't go out here and stand in front of a pastor that don't even know you. And then you tell him what vows you want to do. Do you know what kind of mockery that makes of God? God has sit up here and said, men, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave his life for it. What does that mean? Love, cherish, and obey. None of you probably ever had conversations with your spouse about what you're really obeying. We never understood the vow. So now somebody's gonna troll. They're gonna say, well, even those vows weren't from God. Those aren't in scripture. Look. There's enough information in that word to support everything that's being said. I'm gonna post a couple of scriptures right here. I'm not trying to do this to bludgeon anybody. I've made mistakes too, man. I just told you. I just put myself out there. I made mistakes too. There's some people out there that God is really trying to do something huge for. They're really trying to do something. He's really trying to do something huge in your life. And you either too much into your feelings, you don't understand, or you have some sort of way of conforming it to your own liking, thinking that that's going to be pleasing anyway. And it just don't work, man. God is specific. He's not metaphorical. Sometimes you can take a principle and you can apply it to a certain situation. And I get it, because there's a lot of different things that this word will cover. But be careful that you're not changing it. You're not manipulating, contorting, or conforming what you've heard into something that is going to bring you glory. I'm going to tell you one of the things that surefire ways of knowing when you're disobedient. Number 1, when you have to pause to make excuses. When you pause to make excuses, that's step 1 in either doing it or doing it your way. Number 2, claim that you don't understand. Well, I kind of beg to differ with that. You're going to either go to God and ask for clarity. See, the thing about it is this. If you need clarity, that's one thing. But don't question God because you need a better way. You need him to tell you something different. You ever had a situation where you was with your parents or whatnot, and they told you, to do something one way, and then you decided that, okay, well, I don't want to really do it that way, so I'm gonna go and ask them again, but I'm gonna ask them in a way to get them to say yes to the way I'm thinking in my mind? You can't, that's a sign of disobedience right there. And the reason why God is not answering a lot of y'all prayers is because that's how you go to him. You go to him and you know what his instructions is. It was specific and as plain and as simple as it could be, but you philosophized it so much and you made it more complicated than it really was. And so now you're trying to conform it into something that would bring some sort of relief to you. That's disobedience, man. It's not just not doing it. They say God would rather you not do it. That's the reason why he said I hate the lukewarm person, because lukewarm people, I spit them out of my mouth. Lukewarm means is that you're trying to do what God say, but you keep manipulating it to a point where it's really of none effect. He said, I'd rather you just not. He said, you just be hot or cold, man. Just be hot or cold. Either do what I say or don't do it. Because I can't have you running around here calling yourself representing me. You messing folks up. You done went out here and started a whole ministry, got a whole church built. You bought land and everything for a church. Man, just don't do it. Just leave it. I remember one time I had you know, you want to help your kids do their homework and stuff. You want to help them do their little project. And the kid is like, look, I'm having fun doing this project by myself. You know what I'm saying? I want to learn. But you are reliving your childhood. And so you run up in there trying to help them. And the next thing you know, they sitting over there in the corner watching you build the project. Yeah, they sitting there looking at you. And then here it is, they done messed around there and flunk. Because you done got involved in the way you weren't supposed to be involved. Because you took that instruction and you made it something other that would benefit you. So that's a surefire way of knowing that you disobeying God is when you feel good about it. Is when it's bringing glory to you. Be careful when you're getting too much glory from people, because you might not be in the will of God. You might be in this for yourself. And God is saying, I'm tired of people going out there saying that they represent me, and they're not obeying my voice. They're doing more harm than good. So I went real long with this one. I'm like, I guess I just needed to let God get it off his chest, because man. So we're going to split this one up so y'all can get the entirety of it, or maybe we'll just post this on our website in its entirety, unedited. You know how they do that extended cut. We got the extended cut. Man, because it's hard. You know, YouTube, you got to have a certain number of subscribers and all this other stuff. So, like, look, if y'all want to hear it all here, like and subscribe. Pass this around to some people that you know and love and you feel might benefit from this. And get them to like and subscribe. And when we get to that point, then we'll be able to put these full-length videos up. You know what I'm saying? Cool? So, my wife is sitting over here and, oh man, she is just, I mean, I had a laugh and a lot today and everything. And I'm going to let her close us out in prayer. And then we're going to see y'all in the next one, okay?
Father God, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for dwelling with us. Thank you for communing with us. Thank you for teaching us what we so need to be taught on a daily, of how you view things, your perspective, on how you see things, on how it is our responsibility, if we love you that much, that we will want to be obedient to you and not sacrifice. And so I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. If you love God as much as you say you do, then it comes easy for you to obey, because you love God just that much that you want to do what he say. You need him in your life, so you want to do what he say. You have the heart and the love for him in such a manner that you want and need to do what he say. Thank you for everything that you're doing. As we go about our Sunday, continue to allow us to have a great day. And I just thank you for your many blessings, and allow us to embrace this word, every word, allow it to get into our system, into our makeup, and what you have called us to be. So this is Marriage Straightforward, Johnny and Anissa. We thank you for joining us, and we love y'all. See y'all on the next one.